Good afternoon and welcome to the Indiana Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Questions for a specific institution or broader ones for all of our panelists are certainly welcome. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions that's happening as part of this college fair, so be sure to sign up for more at the website where you registered for this one, which is also where recordings of this presentation and all others will be posted in about a week's time. I'd now like to turn it over to our presenters, and we'll begin this evening with St. Leo University.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Owen. Let me just share my screen. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for taking some time out of your evening to learn about all these great institutions. My name is Connor Schaefer, and I will be representing St. Leo University today, which is located in Tampa Bay, Florida. So if you're looking to get out of that chillier weather, I know this time of the year, that spring weather starts to get a little bit nicer, but we would love to have you down in the Sunshine State where it's nice weather throughout the whole entire year. So again, my name is Connor Schaefer. I'm a senior assistant director here at undergraduate admissions. I am actually also a proud alumni of St. Leo University for my graduate and undergraduate program from the Northeast. So if you are looking to go out of state for college, I actually was in your shoes not too long ago. So if you ever have questions or anything about the university you want to know more about, my contact information is listed at the bottom of your screen. Feel free also to use the Q&A, but if any of your questions are not answered today, feel free to shoot me an email or give me a call as well. So what is St. Leo University all about? St. Leo was established in 1889, and we actually are the oldest Catholic institution in the state of Florida. We're actually also the second largest Catholic institution in the nation, serving over 20,000 students worldwide. Now, if you visit our university campus in Tampa Bay tomorrow, you're going to say, Connor, what are you talking about? I do not see 20,000 students at St. Leo's campus. And you are 100% correct. So here on university campus in Tampa Bay, we have roughly about 3,000 students, but across the world, we have over 20,000 students. So they might be at any of our 15 different education centers in the country and also our online program worldwide. We do have over 100 different countries represented in our student population and 44 different states. So you never know if you're going to be sitting next to someone from the Northeast, from Florida, or even around the world from Brazil, Colombia, or England. So that was something cool that I took advantage of as a student, is meeting individuals from around the world. It is a very simple process applying to St. Leo University. We are on the common application, but you can also apply for free on our website. We are test optional. We've been test optional. So if there's any freshmen, sophomores, or juniors watching this presentation today, do not worry. We will still be test optional when you decide to apply to St. Leo University. We have over 50 different academic programs you can choose from. Some popular majors include criminal justice, biology, education, psychology, and also our sports business program as well. We also have our honors program and some accelerated degree programs that if you want to get an advantage over some of your peers and a little bit of competition, you can get a bachelor's degree in 3 years at St. Leo and then a master's in 1 year. We also have a 3+3 pathway to law school where we have a partnership with Barry University down in Miami and Florida State University up in Tallahassee. We also are thriving in the medical field. So this coming year, we did, or I should say this previous year, excuse me, we did add our health education and health promotions major. And also this coming fall, we are super excited to announce we will be adding our BS in nursing. If you are worried or your family is worried about you going out of state for college, do not worry. St. Leo is the #1 safest campus in the state of Florida, and we're ranked #7 in the nation for safety. We also currently are ranked #4 in the South for best value, so you know you're going to get a great education out of your investment. I always like to say, as a student on St. Leo's campus, if you're bored on campus, it's truly just because you're not taking advantage of what the university has to offer. So, to give you a little bit of an idea of where we're located in the state of Florida, as you can see on the right side of your screen, we're about 30 minutes north of downtown Tampa and about an hour west from Orlando. So, you know you're going to hit a great city no matter which direction you go. We do offer daily mass and we do have a strong campus ministry for students that do want to embrace their faith a little bit more in college, but it's not a requirement. We are NCAA Division II athletics, a part of the Sunshine State Conference with over 22 different athletic programs. I highly recommend, if you're looking to be a student athlete, to fill out our recruiter form on our athletic website. We do have over 70 different clubs and organizations on campus. They can be anywhere from Greek life to esports to intramurals. The list goes on and on. There's always things you can get involved with on campus. Something I really was excited about was our off campus trips. So, St. Leo sponsors off campus trips that could be anything from going to Target or Walmart or the local shopping centers, but they can also be really exciting trips to places like Disney World, Universal. We also sponsor trips if you're interested in sports. The sporting teams for the Tampa Bay area, like the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who were actually the exclusive educational partnership to the Tampa Bay Bucks, who won the Super Bowl this year. So there's a lot of fun things going on. We also are residential, so we have 14 different residential halls on campus. And it's not St. Leo if there's not something new happening on campus. So we do have our Benedict's Coffee House that proudly serves Starbucks products. And at the bottom right side of your screen, if you thought you were going to a resort for school already, this facility will make it feel even more like a resort. This is our brand new wellness center opening this fall, and the infinity pool in the photo, it actually will be the largest infinity pool at a university in the state of Florida. So it's really going to make it feel like more of a resort. Again, here is my contact information. Feel free to ask any questions in the Q&A or reach out to me with the contact information provided. St. Leo is open for tours on campus, and we do actually have a virtual tour on our website. Again, thank you so much for learning about St. Leo University, located in Tampa Bay, Florida, and I hope to see you all in the Sunshine State. Have a great day.
Great. Thanks so much, Connor. Our next presentation this evening comes to us from Maynooth University.
Hi, everybody. Just let me share my screen real quick. So my name is Patty Hayden, and I'm kind of the curveball in tonight's list of universities. I'm representing Maynooth University in County Kildare, Ireland. And the reason I joined tonight is because I'm from Indiana. I was born and raised in Michigan City, Indiana. I came to Maynooth for a master's program and just absolutely loved it and ended up staying. So I do know how both sides work as far as, you know, going to your undergrad or high school in the US and then going abroad for your undergraduate degree or a postgraduate degree. I always thought it would be too expensive, but it's actually very competitive compared to US prices. So one of the questions I'm always asked is, why Ireland? Well, Ireland's ranked 12th on the Global Peace Index. So what that means for you and I is that it's a safe environment, it's welcoming, and it's diverse. And to put it simply, the Irish really are a welcoming bunch of people. And that's why international students like myself have such a great experience. It really is true that the Irish are very friendly and will go out of their way to make you feel really welcome. So just to put it in a little bit of context, because I know I would have needed this when I was thinking about coming to Ireland, is where was Ireland to begin with? So it's west of England and Europe, and it happens to be about the size of Indiana. So that'll give you a really good indication of how small it is, but it gives you a really good chance to see most of the country when you're here studying. You can get from the more northern part of the country to the most southern tip of the country in a few hours. So the days of, 18-hour or 24-hour road trips to go somewhere, you wouldn't have to do that in Ireland. The other nice thing is because we're kind of the gateway to Europe, we're really close to Europe. So students can go to London for a day or a weekend, or Paris, or further afield on the continent. So it makes it really nice that you can not only see Ireland, but see the rest of Europe as well. So just to give you a little context of where Maynooth is compared to Dublin, which is the capital, we're only 15 miles away from Dublin city center. So it's super easy to walk outside the gates of campus and jump on the train or the bus, and you're literally in the middle of Dublin in 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the time of day and things like that. So it's really handy. And it's really nice because the bus and the train stops are, like I said, literally outside the gates of campus. So the other question I'm asked, other than why Ireland, is why Maynooth, which is a good question. And one of the things I loved about Maynooth is that it's a mix of the old and the new. So the photo you see at the top, that's of St. Joseph's Hall, that was St. Patrick's College, and it was established in 1795. When American students walk in St. Joseph's Hall, all of them remark that it looks like Hogwarts. And I have to agree, it's a beautiful, beautiful building, and the rooms inside are just amazing. So it has the mix of the old and the new. The picture below is the Maynooth University Library. So there's a South Campus, which is the older part of campus, and then a North Campus, which is the newer part of campus. To go from one end of campus to the other, again, takes 5 to 10 minutes. It's a nice, compact campus environment. The other thing that I loved about Maynooth, especially as a student, was that I did feel like I came first. I had a first name basis with my lecturers, with the professors. If I needed to meet with somebody, they had an open door policy. So I wasn't just a number, and I really, really loved that. Maynooth do go out of their way to make the students' experience both academically and socially first rate. And I really enjoyed that when I was a student here at Maynooth. The other thing is that the career prospects and development. We're very close to what we call the Silicon Valley of Ireland, and we're affiliated with 50 tech giants throughout, which are multinational companies throughout the world. So it gives you a really good chance to get in with Intel and Hewlett-Packard and Google and Facebook and LinkedIn and all the rest while you're here in Ireland. And then you can take that experience back home with you. So like I said, we're about 30 minutes from Dublin. We're Ireland's fastest growing university. We have 13,000 students from 90 countries. The tuition and financial aid is very competitive, like I said, between 16 and 18,000 US dollars. And it's about 34,000 all in for everything. We do accept US federal aid, so you would just note us on your FAFSA form. And we accept the direct loan, VA benefits, and Sallie Mae. So you can apply via the Common App. There's no entry required for US citizens, which makes it really easy for us. And you can apply up to July 1st. So I'm just going to throw my details up there. So again, my name is Patty Hayden. Any questions, pop me an email or put it in the chat, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. Thanks very much and have a great day.
Great, thank you so much. Our next presentation this evening comes to us from Michigan State University.
Hello, we're just waiting for my colleague Iris to pull up the slides, and then we will begin.
All right. Hi. On the banks of the Red Cedar, there's a school that's known to all, and that's Michigan State University. My name is Iris Shenvin Buren, and I'm the admissions counselor for Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky for MSU. My colleague Riley Van Pelt and I will be sharing some of why MSU might be the place for you. And the QR code on this main screen is the code for the Office of Admissions website. So Michigan State University is a Big Ten research institution. We're located in East Lansing, Michigan. We're right near the state capital of Lansing. In the bottom right, you'll see an overview of the north part of our 52 100-acre campus, and it's a self-contained campus where students are in a community of almost 50,000 students with about 40,000 undergraduate students. The city of East Lansing is a typical college town. Our students come from Michigan, all 50 states, and about 120 countries from around the world, and 25% of our students are out of state and international, and we have about 22% students of color on our campus, and overall about 10% of our student body is also part of our honors college as well. We have over 200 different majors, about 100 different minors in 17 degree granting colleges. Our most popular programs are business, computer science, mechanical engineering, human biology, and kinesiology. As a student, our faculty to staff ratio is really good. It's 16:1. Most classes are 50 students or less. If you're in one of our 3 residential colleges, those classes are even smaller and typically top out at about 30 students or less. And then following graduation, we have a really good career services center for our students. They're able to have about a 95% job placement rate, which is about 12% over the national average. And of course, almost 500,000 people around the world in terms of MSU alumni. So anytime you see a Spartan, say go green.
So going beyond the classroom, there's a lot of different opportunities that students can take advantage of. And I do want to highlight our Education Abroad program. Specifically for domestic out-of-state students, we have what's called the Presidential Study Abroad Scholarship, which in this case, you will be given either $3,000 or $5,000 to study abroad in your first few semesters at Michigan State for any up to the first 8 semesters. So you can study abroad in any of these 7 continents, and there's opportunities for every major that go from 1 week all the way to an academic year. For undergraduate research, we are a top 100 undergraduate research institution in the entire world. So you can actually get involved with research as early as your freshman year, which is really awesome. We specifically have great opportunities for honors college students where they can get involved with an assistantship for research while they're freshmen, which is very cool. And we're doing groundbreaking things in health, STEM fields, technology. I know when I was a student, I had a colleague who was actually doing research on octopi and doing research on octopi to understand how their neurology works to apply to robotics to make better, which I think is really cool. And finally, we also have a variety of living learning communities where your classes and academic resources are in the same building that you're living. We have Wyman Briggs for students interested in pre-med or STEM fields. We have James Madison, which is for poli-sci and pre-law students. And then the Residential College of Arts and Humanities, which is for students in arts, interested in arts, humanities, social justice, or civil engagement. But going on from here, there's a lot of other ways you can get involved. So we'll move on to the next slide. And one thing I do want to highlight is at Michigan State, we do have over 900 student organizations that you can choose from, and the opportunities are really endless for getting involved on campus. We have a variety of multicultural clubs that you can join and multicultural events like our Spartan Remix that happens at the beginning of the year. So I always recommend that students join at least 2 clubs, one for career purposes and then one for fun. Students also are getting involved with Greek life with just about 10 to 13% of our students in Greek life to some capacity. So a lot of cool opportunities there. If you want to do a sport that you've never done before, like Quidditch or underwater hockey, you can get involved with that. Or you can do other club or intramural sports that you did in high school. So a lot of really amazing opportunities to get involved. We even have concerts, like we've had Panic at the Disco come to campus and a variety of other large concerts. We've even had Hamilton come onto campus before too. So just a lot of really cool things to get involved with while you're a student on campus at Michigan State. So we have more information on our website, but we'll move on to the next slide and I'll hand it off to Iris.
So how do you become a Spartan? So we recommend students apply by November 1st. I like to tell students to think of Halloween as your deadline. You want a treat, not a trick. Apply by Halloween. This is especially important if you fall within our honors college range, which is top 5% of your graduating class with a 32 ACT or 1440 SAT. Our middle 50% of our incoming students come in with a 3.5 to 4.0, ACT 23 to 29, SAT 1110 to 1280. You have 3 ways to apply. You can use the MSU application, the Common App, or the Coalition application. We don't care which one you use. And of course, this year, fall 2021, fall 2022, in the next few years, we're going to be test optional. Just make sure you're making sure that you're you're applying and making more information within your essay and your extracurriculars and those kinds of things.
And then finally, if you want to learn more about Michigan State, you can go to our admissions website, and we have a lot of virtual opportunities for our individual colleges. If you do want to come onto campus, we don't have opportunities right now for prospective students, but we're hoping that we have more in-person tour options possibly in the summer, but there's more information to come on that. In the meantime, you can go on a self-guided tour of our campus. So if you use this QR code, I'd encourage you to maybe scan it right now, or when you come onto campus, you can find our self-guided tour. But yeah, you can come onto our campus, do a self-guided tour, going outside, and kind of get a chance to experience campus if Michigan State is one of the choices for you.
Well, thank you. Here's my contact information. I'll put something in the chat as well. Feel free to email me or use the QR code to schedule a meeting with me to learn more about Michigan State. And don't forget to ask us any questions in the Q&A function. Have a Spartan day.
Great. Thank you both so much. Just a reminder that the Q&A is available for questions that you have for any of our presenters. And up next, I'm pleased to introduce College of Creative Studies.
Awesome. Thank you, Owen. My name is Patty Spencer. I'm an admissions counselor at the College for Creative Studies, and we are located in Detroit, Michigan. I am sharing my screen with you guys here now. What I would like to do is just give you some great information about the school. This is probably a smaller group of you out there, people that are interested in the creative arts, design, making, all of those kinds of things, that this is a school for you. During the presentation, you'll be able to do or see some different things. Like I said, we're located in Detroit. The school's actually been around for a long time, over 100 years. 1906 is when it was founded. And it is located in Midtown Detroit. So this is actually a really cool location. It's a very safe location. I always like to point that out because I think that's an important thing as well. The city itself, especially the downtown, the midtown areas, those have really undergone major transformations in the last few years. We're known as the Motor City, but we also are home to the Detroit Institute of Arts, which is a huge art museum, one of the biggest in the country. Eastern Market, a large outdoor farmish market, a bike share program, murals in the market, and even our own light rail system, transportation system. Just to kind of introduce CCS, we have about 1,400 students, so we are about a mid-sized school for an art school, but we're going to be much smaller than, say, something like Michigan State. So you need to kind of think about that. The location puts you in the perfect place to check out, be active in the visual arts throughout the city. We do offer housing on campus. The couple of images that you see here are the different locations. We have two locations, the Ford campus that you see in those top two photos, and then the bottom right is our Taubman Center campus that houses our design-based program. So we are a private nonprofit university. We have a BFA degree, a Bachelor of Fine Art degree in 11 majors, and also a certification program in art education. Like I said, we have about 1,400 students. We have a really nice, diverse student body. This year we had students from 34 states, 24 different countries. Our class size stays very, very small. 9-to-1 is our faculty student ratio, and no more than 21 students per class. This is a list of the majors that we offer. Again, you've got everything from hands-on to highly technology-based design programs, 20 different minors, 9 different emphases, and 4 master's degree programs as well. One other note that people ask about a lot, about a third of the curriculum is your liberal arts-based classes, and about 2/3 are the studio-based classes. So I get that question quite a bit when students are looking at a school like CCS. So you will still take some liberal arts-based classes as well. We're really proud of some of the awards that we've earned. These are really a testament to the success of the program and the alumni experience. CCS has been named one of the top 3 design schools in the US by LinkedIn, and that's really important because they get that information based on access to our alumni and what they're doing. We've also been recognized as one of America's best architecture and design schools by Design Intelligence. So there's a lot of different things happening at the college. Our alumni have careers at places you want to work. If you go on our website, you will see lists of different companies from all over the country, all over the world, that really start to give you guys some ideas about what is out there in the visual arts. And alumni are, here's a few logos. You might recognize a few of these, designers, entrepreneurs, they go into business for themselves. They successfully manage studios, galleries, creative and community spaces, and exhibit and sell their work all over the world. If you are a junior or younger, I would definitely encourage you to take a look at our pre-college summer experience program. This is a 3-week program. You can earn up to 3 college credits for it. And it really lets you explore what art school is all about. If you want to try out a certain major or you're not sure art school is what is for you, this is a wonderful way to try it out. And it's a really high-end experience. You're being taught by regular faculty, and you're working in the studios, and it's just a really nice experience. And I will put some links in the chat when I'm done for you guys to access that information. Last but not least, I want to very, very quickly just talk about our admissions process. It's very simple. We have a free online application. We don't do Common App, but it's a simple application. It'll take you about 10 minutes to fill it out. We need your high school transcript. Minimum GPA for admission is a 2.5, but higher is definitely better for scholarship. We do not require test scores for ACT or SAT. But we do require portfolio, and this is something you're going to find unique to art schools. For CCS, we want to see 8 to 12 pieces of your best work. We're happy to take a look at it ahead of time, give you some feedback on it. If you're nervous about it, you're not alone. Most students are very, very nervous about submitting their portfolio. So talk to us ahead of time. I will put my personal contact information in the chat when we're done as well. Finally here, again, scan the QR code if you would like some additional information about CCS. This is our general admissions email, admissions@collegeforcreativestudies.edu. Like I said, I will put my personal email into the chat room in a minute when we're done, but scan the QR code if you'd like some additional information. Again, if you're thinking about a creative career, if you are one of those students that, takes the art classes in school and you're not sure what you can do with that, definitely take a look at the website, because there are tons of different things out there. The arts touch your lives in ways that you'd never even think about. It's the toothbrush you brush your teeth with, or the clothes that you're wearing, or the computer or the phone that you're actually watching this presentation on. Those were all things that were designed by artists and designers. So good luck. I hope to hear from some of you guys. Encourage you to check out the creative stuff. And like I said, I will go ahead and put my contact in the chat here in just a second. You guys have a great evening.
Great. Thank you so much, Patty. Our next presentation this evening comes to us from Kalamazoo College.
Hello, folks. My name is Marcus Johnson, and I am Assistant Director of Admission at Kalamazoo College. I am putting something on the screen here. There's so much I could tell you about what our campus looks like and the spaces and places where things happen on campus. But it's also worth noting that we are open for in-person on-campus tours. So if you have a phone with you, a smartphone, and you want to take a picture of that QR code in the top right corner of the screen, that will take you to the website where you can register for an on-campus visit. In the meantime, let me give you the chance to let me chat for just a little bit about the college experience that we offer, some of those expectations. I should start by talking a little bit about our campus community. So we are a small liberal arts college in Kalamazoo, Michigan. So for those of you who haven't spent that much time in Southwest Michigan, we're about halfway between Chicago and Detroit, so about 2.5 hours in either direction. The city of Kalamazoo it's a real city. We're right next to Western Michigan University. You can stand on the edge of Kalamazoo College's campus, throw a rock, hit their stadium, but we are a campus community of a little bit under 1,500 students, and they come from all over the world. all over the country. And they're coming to Kalamazoo because they really want to go deeper into what it means to have a strong liberal arts educational experience. So that means that we set up a college experience centered around something called the K Plan. It's a list of expectations that we want students to have of us so that by the time you leave Kalamazoo, you would have had the chance to engage in these 4 areas. We start off with a rigorous and flexible curriculum. Our students, I'm sorry, I have a cat here who also wants to co-present with me. So our students don't declare a major until the winter term of their sophomore year. So that gives them a little bit of time for college to be a place where they discover what they want to major in, what they want to learn. We have a really flexible curriculum without a lot of core requirements. We also encourage students to go on study abroad. And by encourage, I mean about 70% of our students in their junior year are doing some sort of off-campus cultural experience in another country, usually on average for somewhere about sometimes between 5 to 6 months, really in-depth immersive cultural experiences. We also want students to build out their resume and start thinking about what they want to do after college. We're among the top 2% of US colleges that produce students who are pursuing their doctoral degree. We also send a significant number of students who are seeking medical school to their first medical school choice. And then we also have people who are going to law school. A lot of our students are going directly into the job market as soon as they graduate. But then we also encourage students to find opportunities to do research throughout their college experience. That usually culminates in their senior year when they take a senior individualized project. And that senior project can usually be the artifact that you take with you when you're applying for a graduate school or a doctoral school position. So that's really important to note too. So I'll talk for a little bit about admissions, and then I'll mention some other things about the campus itself. So when we are looking at your application, and by we mean me, as I'm the counselor who reads for the state of Indiana, I'm asking the question, how successful do I think you're going to be on our campus, given the kind of college experience we provide? So for us, your standardized test scores, what you make on the SAT or ACT, they don't really tell us that much about how successful you're going to be as a student on our campus. So if you decide not to send that to us, your application can still be considered complete, and we'll evaluate your application accordingly. We are looking at the quality of your academics. So we're looking at the courses that you're taking. We're looking at the grades that you're making in your experience before coming to K, whether that's high school or as a transfer student. We're also looking at your extracurricular activities. So I always encourage folks to work on that list of extracurriculars. Definitely feel free to give us as much detail about that as possible. So some other key features about us, not listed on the list of fast facts. We offer about 30 majors, 22 minors, and 15 concentrations. Chances are, if you are interested in a specific field and you want to explore it both broadly and then deeply, we have the college experience for you. We're also a residential college, so we do ask that our students stay on campus for the first 2 years of their 4-year experience, and then most of our students go on study abroad in their junior year, and they come back in their senior year and they complete their senior project, and then they graduate. So all of our alum, all of our graduates, all of our current students, they all have this shared experience of exploring liberal arts and a really common college experience between all of them. So we are also home to some really important buildings. That includes our new natatorium that's opening up in fall of next year, and also the Arca Center for Social Justice Leadership. So for those folks who think that social justice is going to be a really important factor in their college experience or in their careers, and they want to adopt a social justice lens to their work, and they want to get some leadership training or some funding for research, the Arca Center does a lot of assistance to support students in that work. Again, if you take a picture with your smartphone, you will get a picture of that QR code in the top right corner of your screen. That'll give you a chance to see some more of the places and the spaces where we're doing our college experience. And it's really been a pleasure to chat with you. If you have any more questions, I also have my phone number down at the bottom, and you can also find my information on our website. So that being said, I'm going to pass it over to Owen, and he'll take it from there.
Great, thank you so much. Our final presentation this evening comes to us from Oakland University.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. One moment. All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Drew. I am one of the admissions advisors with Oakland University in our Office of Undergraduate Admissions. I'm very excited to talk to you a little bit about OU today. So before I get started, I do want to point out, if you have your smartphone handy, you can scan the QR code on the screen right now, and that will take you to a form that you can fill out to have more information about OU sent to you in the future. But I do want to get started and just talk a little bit about who we are. So Oakland University is a medium-sized institution located in Rochester, Michigan, which is about 45 minutes north of downtown Detroit, 45 minutes south of Flint, so right in the metro Detroit area. Again, medium-sized institution. We have just over 19,000 students that attend OU, both in undergraduate and graduate programs. We have an average undergraduate course size of about 35 students per course and over 300 different student organizations. We are a liberal arts and sciences focused institution, so the majority of our 140 undergraduate majors are going to be in the liberal arts and sciences, but we do have specialized schools in areas like engineering, computer science, a school of nursing, health sciences, education, business, among others, including a school of music, theater, and dance. So we have a little bit of something for everybody here at OU. We want to make sure that those options are diverse for our students to be able to have something to choose from. On top of that, we are a very research-oriented institution, meaning that our students can participate in undergraduate research starting from their freshman year. So if you meet a professor that is researching a topic that you find yourself very interested in, you can be a part of their research projects with them and become a published researcher while you're still an undergraduate student. For students who live a little bit further away, we of course encourage those students to live on campus, though it is completely optional to live on campus here at OU. We have 3,000 students, more than 3,000 students that live on campus in one of our 7 different residence halls and 2 student apartment complexes. It's a really great opportunity. We have a lot of really awesome places on campus, including Hillcrest Hall, our newest residence hall that was just finished construction in 2018, which is pictured here on the screen. If you'd like, you can actually get virtual tours of all of our residence halls, including the rooms themselves at oakland.edu/housing, or you can visit the tiny URL at the top of the screen there, tinyurl.com/OU housing. Now, I want to talk a little bit as we speed through here just about our cost of attendance to kind of give you a comparison point for some other schools in the Midwest and in the state of Michigan as well. So we divide our cost of attendance into 2 main areas. That's going to be tuition cost of your classes and then housing cost of your on-campus living. As I mentioned, housing is completely optional. So if you choose not to live on campus, that is definitely something that you would not have to pay for. But our grand total cost of attendance for a student attending full-time classes here living on campus is going to be just over $24,000 per year. Now, something I want to point out about these numbers here is they are all the numbers before any sort of financial aid or tuition are awarded. Over 50% of our students are awarded some form of financial aid here at OU, whether that is a loan or a grant or a scholarship. There's something for everyone here at OU. And that is the number before any of those are applied. Another thing about our numbers is they are all inclusive, meaning that we have absolutely no fees here at Oakland University. You do not have to pay for a registration fee or a fee to park on campus, a fee to use the tutoring center or any of the other resources on campus either. If you live on campus, you don't need to pay for laundry or any other additional fees. You don't have to bring quarters to do your laundry on campus. So we like to emphasize that for students who are comparing our cost to others. Now, as I finish up here, this is a video that can give you a brief look at campus and explain a few things a little bit faster than I can. So I want to play this for you right now.
College is about more than just hitting the books and making the grade. It's about the experience. It's about the journey that we take to discovery and the adventure along the way.
At Oakland University, we want you to remember your experience.
We want you to create lifelong memories as both a gateway to your past and an ode to your future. We want you to discover your passion and to pursue your dreams.
We want to guide you, as you transform into who you really want to be.
Through more than 300 student organizations, 17 fraternities and sororities, 18 NCAA Division I athletic programs, and an endless stream of campus events, we create an environment where you can thrive.
No matter who you are, where you're from, or what you want, you'll find exactly what inspires you at OU.
Here, you will find the desire for success and the determination to succeed.
Situated just outside of downtown Detroit in the heart of Rochester and Auburn Hills, we create a campus life dedicated to your experience.
We create a space for our 20,000 students to grow, experience, and succeed. We create opportunities, educational, cultural, recreational, and social, all for you.
This is OU. Welcome home.
All right, awesome. So as I finish up here, I do want to just mention our application is completely available for students to do. It is free to do at any time at oakland.edu/apply. Our application process is pretty straightforward. Really what we need from you is going to be the online application itself and your high school transcripts. Our admissions criteria lies at just a 2.5 cumulative high school GPA. We are test optional for the fall of 2021 and will continue to be for the fall of 22. Completely test optional, so you do not need to send those SAT or ACT scores to us to be admitted to the institution. It is completely optional, though we do encourage you to still send them as they can be used for some scholarships and financial aid requirements as well. I have my contact information up here on the screen now, so if you need to use that, please do. The QR code there for you to scan to get more information from Oakland sent to you is available. I encourage you to go onto our website to find more information and possibly go to oakland.edu/visit to sign up for one of our other virtual campus events that we have happening right now and in the near future so that you can learn even more about OU in the future. Thank you very much and have a great rest of your evening.
Great, thank you so much. We have just a few moments remaining in the webinar, so we'll bring all of our presenters back for kind of a quick rapid fire Q&A. And I think one question that is commonly asked of different counselors about institutions from prospective students is what kind of an event or tradition, something really kind of signature that they should look forward to when they arrive at your program or institution would be. And we can go in the same order as our initial presentations. And Connor, want to lead us off?
Awesome. So something interesting, I guess, for an event wise, like I mentioned in the presentation, having over 100 students from around the world, or I should say 100 countries represented on campus. We have an international food night, so these students from all around the world will make dishes that are more accustomed in their home country. So it's kind of really cool to get an idea of what might be more of a norm food-wise with your peers from around the world.
And I'll jump in next. So Patty again from Maynooth University. So we kind of have a few really cool things that go on campus. We have over 100 clubs and societies that students can join. But one of the really cool things that I think is our orientation for our international students. We've really tried to make it a special kind of 3-day event for the international students. So we do games and scavenger hunts and all kinds of different activities to have the students meet each other and to meet other Irish students. And I really think that's a special part of Maynooth University for the incoming international students.
Hi, I'm from Michigan. Oops. I don't know if you can hear me. From Michigan State University, Iris. Some of our special programs that we have on campus, we have every fall something called Sparticipation. So you get involved. Our student organizations and groups have booths all over the field where you can go and check it out, get some swag. I understand that they kind of direct students to go get their food there so you can get some food at the same time. We also have a multicultural program in the fall called Spartan Remix, which includes cultural activities, learning about some of our clubs around campus for our multicultural student organizations. And then, of course, there is the MSU IZone. If you are a basketball fan, it's our student section for our basketball games that are at home.
Okay, I think I'm up next, hopefully. Again, Patty Spencer, College for Creative Studies in Detroit. Um, Pre-COVID and hopefully soon, we have an amazing spring event that kind of culminates our year at CCS, and it is our student show and exhibition. And it is exhibiting work from the students from freshmen through seniors. And it takes up 6 floors of our 10-story Taubman Center. It is an amazing opportunity to not only see student work, but for those students to exhibit their work. For seniors, it is kind of the culmination of their 4-year degree. And then all of it starts with a black tie event, the show opening on the Friday night that it opens. And unfortunately, we weren't able to do that last year, but they did pivot into a really amazing online version of a show. So that was pretty cool. And they are planning some kind of an online version of it this year, a little bit different. Hopefully the year after that, we're going to be able to start doing that again in person. But that is something that all the students really look forward to. And if you're ever visiting the campus, it's a great time to visit to see the student work, and it's up for 2 full weeks.
So I mentioned earlier that our students don't declare their majors until the winter term of their sophomore year. So that's usually a major event called Declaration Day, where our students can go into Hicks Student Center. They meet with our faculty. Usually they're not doing classes for that day, and then they walk up and officially declare their major. We also have a great opportunity for folks to kind of come full circle with both coming onto our campus and graduating. So if you take a look at this picture of our lower quad, and it's a great opportunity for students to meet with student organizations in their first 2 weeks of campus. It's also the space where students first arrive on campus, and they get handed off to our campus community. Their parents hand them off, and then also it's a place where they graduate. So this is a place where we hold our graduation ceremonies as well.
Awesome. So I'm last, but I know we're kind of short on time here, but one of my favorite things on campus is our casino night that we hold every year for our students in the student center. It does look obviously a little bit different right now, but generally our student center is opened up to be kind of transformed into a casino. We don't use real money, but we do raffle off tickets, and students can get real prizes like TVs and Nintendo Switch, and they had iPhones in the past and Apple Watches and stuff too. So one of my favorite things for students to get involved with, because it uses up a lot of resources on campus. All kinds of student employees are volunteering and working it. So it is a really cool experience.
Great. Thank you all for sharing those events and traditions and stories, as well as the broader presentations about your institutions. At the conclusion of this webinar, you'll be prompted with a brief 4-question survey, and we would appreciate any feedback that you could provide. And also just a reminder that this is one of many sessions that's happening this evening, and you can register for additional ones at the website where you registered for this one, which is also where recordings of all sessions will be in about a week's time. Thanks so much and have a great night.